Welcome to the Oracle Apex and Database video in the FlexDeploy Learning Series. Whether it's the ability to easily and effectively build and deploy an Apex application itself, the need to manage differences in databases across environments, or desire to incorporate automated testing into the development process, FlexDeploy provides a simple way to build, deploy, and test Apex applications while keeping the databases in sync. We have created two projects within the Apex Sales Tracker application, one for the Apex application and one for the database behind it. Let's look at the Apex project first. To begin, a developer will make some changes to the application within the Apex application builder, which will generate the SQL file used as the application itself. In the Project Configuration tab, we see the workflows configured for both build and deploy. The build workflow includes two steps. The first performs the checkout of the SQL file, and the second step saves this SQL file as the artifact to be deployed. The deployment workflow includes only one step, which uses the out-of-the-box Apex plugin to deploy the SQL file into the desired environment. Now let's look at the database project and how it leverages FlexDeploy's support for automating Oracle database changes. For this project, we will use FlexDeploy's partial deployment concept to keep the database synchronization simple and streamlined. This feature will make it so that only the tables with changes are updated. On the Configuration tab, we see the build and deploy workflows have been configured, and we can move to the Workflow Designer to review the design of each workflow. As you can see, the build for the database project will create a baseline of the build database to determine what the other environment's databases should look like. In the deploy workflow, this baseline is then used to synchronize the target environment's database, compile invalid DDL, and invoke an automated test. Let's look a little closer at the test step, which ties into FlexDeploy's built-in test automation framework and test tool plugins. For our testing, we will use UT-PLSQL to test the packages within the database. The UT-PLSQL packages should already be on the server and compiled for FlexDeploy to execute the tests after the database changes have completed. We can head over to the Test Automation tab to take a brief look at what we have set up for our test automation. Strategies are used to determine the type of test to be run within each environment, for example, functional, performance, or other quality tests. Next, we have the test sets, which is essentially a wrapper in FlexDeploy for multiple test cases. Finally, we have the test definition, which points at the specific test package or suite to be run. In this example, we use the out-of-the-box workflow, which uses the UT-PLSQL plugin to execute a single test package. The invoke test operation at the end of our deploy workflow will use the strategy, test set, and test definition configurations after the deploy operation has been executed. FlexDeploy will run the tests automatically, bring the results back into FlexDeploy for immediate notification of success or failure, and log the results to be viewed in dashboards and reports. You just saw how FlexDeploy provides an easy and streamlined solution for maintaining and testing your Apex applications and associated databases. We can build and deploy the application with a single step for each operation. Then, with a little setup, we can build, deploy, and test the database and its changes automatically. For more information or to request a demo, go to flexagon.com/flexdeploy.